What's up, guys? My name is Scythe. Thank you guys for joining the video today. I really do appreciate it. For those of you who are just joining in the video, today we have a special guest. I'm gonna let you guys know who he is. This man is an amazing YouTuber. This guy live streams a lot, so I hope you guys check out his channel. I'm gonna leave him in the description below. His name is Gotian Games. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Thank you very much for having me on your channel today.
Anytime, my dude, anytime. Guys, today this is actually a discussion video. Me and Gotian, this guy's a cool dude, so I've actually, we've talked about it, and we're actually gonna be doing discussion video. We've actually already done the part one of the discussion. It's gonna be in the link down below. It's gonna be on his channel. Go check that video out, please. It's really informative. Like it's about discussions, and it's really good. So the topic that we're gonna talk about today is JP versus Global. Like, what now? Question mark. Like, what's up? Goshen, would you be able to start it off?
Yeah, so okay, the reason behind this, it kind of stems off of the first video that Scythe mentioned, where in that video we were discussing the current state of Global. So this is it's basically an extension of that one, because of the fact that when you talk about Global, you're going to talk about JP, especially what's going on right now. And for the first time ever, we're actually bridging the gap with Gogeta and Omega, both being released at the same time. So that brings in a whole different ball game, because now, okay, we have JP, who is obviously always going to be ahead, but now they have these two cards that have the leader skills. Global does not have the leader skills. Is Global ever gonna catch up to JP? Like, I don't know if it is, but how are we gonna get close to it? Like, I don't know what's going on. It's so confusing.
Yeah, guys, they're like, this is what they're doing to us. They're basically throwing us a bone right now. They threw out the Gogeta and Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and they threw out the Omega Shenron. They made it seem like we're both gonna be on an equal footing, and we're gonna be able to catch up fast enough. But when you look at it, what did they do to Global? They brought out the characters. They brought them out the same day, same time, most of the same time. But there was a catch. On the Global version, we had a 2B released. We had no leader skill. Now, in the history of Dokkan, that has never happened before. But why the Global? When the characters came out on JP, they already had their leader skills. Why such a difference? Why make this such a difference gap? Of course, we don't have as many things as JP, which would factor in like how fast are they going to put in the other units.
Yeah, which we also discussed in the other video. One thing that's, like, I don't know if it's a concern or maybe it's a kind of a blessing for Global. If you pull on the Gogeta and Omega banner on JP, it's actually harder to pull Gogeta and Omega versus Global. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Is that, are you sure?
Yeah, the reason why it's harder, even though the rates might seem the same, the reason why I say that it's harder is because they have the featured SR units in their banner that we don't have. And that messes up the rates completely.
And you say that for Global. For
No,
Global,
JP.
Global doesn't have the SRs.
No, JP has the featured SRs. They got that featured Super Saiyan Kid Goku, and then they have the featured Sin Shenron, who both those cards Dokkan Awaken. And because they're featured, it's like a 10% rate that you're gonna get that card. And when you pull on JP, you get like 2 or 3 of those cards in one summon, and it jacks up the rates. It really does.
Now that is a concern, because it's basically showing, I mean, they're trying to make some downsides to JP, but you got to remember something else. They brought an SR that basically can up the SA10 of the Omega Shenron that's recently come out, which is another factor for JP. They brought out a unit that isn't very needed. Like, it's not that valuable. You can't really put them on the same team, so it just makes them a fodder unit. I mean, you couldn't use them obviously, but people will most likely use them as an SA to SA10, the physical Omega Shenron.
Yeah, and that's for sure. I mean, that's the whole reason behind it. Um, there's a few other minor differences, besides the obvious leader skill thing. But if you run the Gogeta and Omega event in JP versus Global, they're actually a little bit different. The JP events, you cannot seal them. In the Global version, you can seal them, but you can't stun them.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching videos,
It's
and that right
it
there
makes
is
it
like
it makes it harder in JP than it does in Global.
that is true, true. But then again, it brings out more enjoyment, like as in a hard factor into the game. While it makes us we're able to run the event kind of more simpler, more easier. We can seal him, which prevents him from super attacking us. But still, it's like
Yeah,
it,
it's
for those people who are kind of competitive and actually want some kind of fun in the game. They don't want some easy event thrown at us. They want something difficult, some competition, something to make the game a little bit more riled up.
yeah, and I'm one of those people. Like I absolutely love having a challenge in a game. Um, like for example, in my live stream, I think it was last night, one of my viewers is like, "Oh, run the Omega event, but use Intelligence Team." I'm like, "Oh my God, you're crazy."
Yeah, that right there, it's a show of it's how difficult that would be.
Yeah, I couldn't do it even with our Gohan. It was not happening.
This man. I actually want to bring another point. We were about to talk about this. On JP, they're doing something that could have been actually put out in global, but it didn't get put out. Basically, they're doing a color banner, which gives you, first of all, if I'm not correct, please correct me, Gotian. They're giving out an Elder Kai as well with potential orbs.
Yeah, okay. So the way these banners work, we have these banners, okay? We do have them. They're the type banners. They get released maybe like once a month on global or maybe once every 3 weeks or however they do the rotations,
Well,
right?
yeah,
So
that's true.
so we have the banners, but in JP the banners are so different. Now, the banners used to be they give out 2 Elder Kais every time you do a multi. Now they've changed them and they're giving 1 Elder Kai, but giving a whole bunch of potential orbs. Why
Yeah,
are they doing this?
and they're doing that on a special week now. I think they're doing different rotations. The same, like they're doing, obviously AGL day. They're throwing out an AGL color banner, and they're
Yeah,
throwing out
each banner is
orbs.
24 hours.
And that right there, it's just like it kind of breaks it. It breaks the fact because JP's able to summon on that as many times as they want. They can get a lot of orbs depending on how many times they summon on. Where we're still stuck on, we can't really get any more orbs unless this comes out. Or we wait.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing though. I think it's actually kind of random the amount of orbs that they get. And I know for a fact on JP, their orb system or the orb events, they get to run it 3 times, but we on global get more orbs than they do.
Oh, that's actually better. That's
So it's kind of balanced out in a weird way. Like on JP, they also get special characters that'll show up on the map for the orb, the potential orbs.
I've actually
And
noticed that. I've been wondering for the past couple of weeks why none has popped up for me.
yeah, none pops up on global because we get more orbs. So they took that out, and then like the way that it works in global is you got your first path, which is your small and medium orbs. You got your middle path, which is medium and large orbs, and then your last path, which is your large and small orbs. On JP, it's only small, medium, and large, and that's it. So we get more, and then we can, so in a way, the potential system is better on global. They did it better, and they need to fix it on JP because it's really weird on JP. Personally, I don't like it because you got to run that event 3 times. So you're using 15 or 16 stamina, whatever it is, each time, and you're only getting like a small handful of orbs.
That's news to me. I didn't really realize that. That's the first time I heard this. In my opinion, I thought it was the same thing, but you just gave me some knowledge. That's actually very
Yeah,
good.
and those of you who aren't aware, like it's not because he Scythe's not knowledgeable in the game. It's just he just recently started playing JP. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Like the man knows his stuff, but he's new to JP, so he hasn't actually gone through all the events and everything. But I know he will because JP's. I'm not gonna say it's more fun than global because, in my opinion, it's not. It's just they have other stuff that we can do that global can't do yet.
Yeah, and the thing, guys, let's move on back to the topic. Like at the moment, global isn't really. Let's say this. How do I say this? JP's current state, it's looking like they might revolve back to going back to JP. Like just make they're like this is basically like I said in the beginning, they're throwing a bone at us. This isn't really making a difference for us because I mean, how do I say this? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's just a Gotian.
Yeah,
It's
they gave us a glimmer of hope in global that hey, maybe we might be able to do some of the things that JP can do sooner. Which in some cases they've actually rolled out things sooner, like the Super 17 stacking mechanic got implemented sooner. So they might do things at a faster pace, but not necessarily like everything like the banners.
Yeah, guys, the banners at the moment, it's looking it's looking sketchy in a way where they prolong the cooler banner. And at the moment, it's Goshen, I'm sorry, man. I'm just
Yeah,
like out of
no,
it.
like they prolonged the banners. They pushed them off. Instead of releasing them back to back like they did in JP, they pushed them off and they're releasing them a little bit slower, which is fine by me. I don't have a problem with that. But one thing that they're doing now, I mean, we have the categories in JP. They could have put that in global, but they didn't. I mean, that's the whole reason behind the Gogeta and Omega leader skill is because of the categories. And we don't have the categories, which is kind of disappointing because let's face it, I would love to see a grade ape leader and run a full grade ape team. I would absolutely love that.
I won't lie, I have my grade ape team almost set up, man. And that is a great shame because they're not, we were all thinking that they were going to bring out the what's it called, the category systems inside global after the update, in the update when Gogeta came out. But they didn't do it. So it gives out the question, when are they going to put it out? How long is it going to take them? Are they going to take like another couple 5 months and then put them out, making the characters useless on global and making JP just looks like a whole way better and just makes it look like, move on to JP instead. While global
Yeah.
I mean, it does have its perks, I won't lie, but it's like it's just showing a bad result for us.
Yeah, and honestly, if they wait, 4 or 5 months, that's gonna kill. That's gonna kill global, and that's gonna hurt Bandai's wallet, and they're not gonna be happy. So I don't think they're gonna wait that long. I know everybody's making a joke because of the whole to be released thing, but I mean, from a business standpoint, it doesn't make any sense to prolong it that much.
Yeah, that is true because it just makes it look like, okay, should we keep summoning if they do another kind of event like this and they still haven't brought out the category system from a business standpoint? You're right.
Yeah, in all honesty, the best move would be to bring out the category system on the next banner. Work out the kinks on JP because I think that's what they're doing. That's why they haven't released the leader skills yet. They might tweak them on global and then maybe patch JP to tweak it there.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, because right now that's the whole reason they only released like I think it was 3 categories. No, 4 categories. There's 4 categories. You have the Peachy Peachy, you have the World Tournament, Shadow Dragons, and Fusion Dance. So you have 4 categories on JP right now. And
It might be
they need to work things out.
it might be a certain thing that they might actually be trying to figure out how to implement a couple more categories to make it more versatile, so that we can actually use more than a couple, so that we won't. So like it would actually make sense, bring out more categories so that we can play around with, and implement some more characters, of course. For
Right.
they might bring out some new characters for JP. What's up? We don't even know. They might, this Super Saiyan 4 is probably just it's the beginning. It's obviously the beginning. This is the beginning.
Yeah. It's a beginning of a new meta, and a meta that might come sooner than later on global, because again, from a business standpoint, it makes little to no sense to push that off. Like, they're using, and this is not the first time they've done this, they're using JP as a beta testing ground, and that's the way it should be, honestly. I mean, they did it with Battlefield, because everyone keeps asking, where's Battlefield on global? It's not there yet, because when it was on JP, it was in beta test, and it hasn't come back since it went away.
And that might actually bring out another thing. They've brought out more events on JP, but obviously because they're trying to test them out there first, and then bring them out on global. The big, maybe I wouldn't say the bigger point of view, the bigger audience, but I mean, I don't know the population, but it's, how do I say this? They're testing it out, and Battlefield right now, when they bring it out, they might bring it out way different. They probably gonna change. Obviously, they're gonna keep it the same, but it's probably gonna change a lot more.
They honestly, they really need to change Battlefield a lot. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. It's actually very boring, and everybody complained about it. That's why they put it off for so much.
Gotian, do you have anything else to say about this topic right now?
No, I mean, like, I know a lot of people, they play both JP and global. You pick your poison. There's really there's no one that's better than the other. Global is the global market. JP is more of a centralized, a market base. So it's going to be your beta testing for everything. So, pick your poison. Personally, I will always be a global man. I don't care what I pull on my JP. That's just how it's gonna be, because I like to be able to read things.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Like, I saw people tell me start out on JP first when I first started out, but then, in my point of view, I saw global, and it just, as you said, I want to read what I'm reading, and it's just better that way. It's from, I guess, from where we're from, but it's.
Yeah,
it's global. Global's home. Global's our home.
Yep, global's my home for sure. So yeah, with that being said, dude, I thank you very much for having me today. It's a lot of fun. This is our third video, guys. So yeah.
Yeah, guys, this was actually very fun. Gotian, thank you for joining the channel today. This is actually quite a long video. I hope you guys stay in and watch the video, please. Then that's about it. It's gonna be it, guys. If you guys haven't already, the first link to the first video is actually gonna be down below. It's gonna be on Gotian Games channel, so please, guys, go watch the video, support him, like it, and subscribe to him if you guys haven't already. He's a cool dude. And that's about it, guys. For those of you who joined in, thank you for watching, and Gotian,
Peace out, guys.